Good mornings and greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve, and this is going to be part 4 of creating Top Tier Arcade version 1.5, and it's going to start with mounting this 52-inch TV we had in the apartment in the basement, top tier, above the fireplace. It's going to be swapped out and replaced by this 86-inch LG QNED mini LED we got from Black Friday. We got the Sonos surround sound. They sold me on it and should be dope. Mary and I are going to take this downstairs in a moment and prepare for the installers tomorrow. I might look a bit different. I'm going to get a haircut, get ready for the holidays. And then also, if I'm lucky, I'm going to fix 3 games. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Mortal Kombat 2, which I think is fixed, and I'll show you how we did that. And Double Dragon, so let's head downstairs. Alright, so Mary and I have just moved the TV downstairs. It's going to be mounted right above this fireplace mantle. As you can see, they already had a TV prior, which is perfect because there's an outlet. And then once that gets mounted, we're going to tackle again Street Fighter 2 Champion and find out what's up with the sound. Mortal Kombat 2 I got working. Yeah, I'll show you how that got working, which is kind of funny. And then Double Dragon we're to tackle, which should be a power supply. So I'll be back. Well, here it is. The 52-inch was installed a few days ago. It looks beautiful. Great technicians, great installers, and they're really good guys. And they did it exactly perfectly. More good news. I've forgotten that I can sideload on this TV RGB cables, a HDMI input, and a USB input, which is perfect for sideloading in case. I found this, and I don't know where I got this. It's like a 20-in-1 game Activision. Obviously the picture will look bigger because it's not full screen, but it works. We're gonna head upstairs really quick, give you a quick preview of what the upstairs TV and setup looks like, and then on to fix Mortal Kombat 2 because Mary fixed it accidentally. So that one's off the list, and I'm gonna show you how I did it, then the Street Fighter 2, then the Double Dragon. Let's go. Alright, so we're upstairs, Christmas trees up, fireplace on, looking nice garland. We're just arranging, it's our first Christmas, so a lot more to do. But here it is. Super grateful. The installation went beautiful, 86-inch, 4K, yada, the whole deal. Sonos soundbar. We're having a bit of an issue with the calibration of picture. I mean, it looks great, but I know it can be better. And the configuration with soundbar. We've covered the wires because we're going to install a panel similar to this that goes under, so you don't see anything. That's coming later on, not a priority at all. Mary and I have been there. That's Matera. Isn't that fucked? We've been there. That's crazy. That's good timing. So very happy with it. Again, a little annoyance with calibration of wires. Took longer than it should. And there's going to be a big future with Top Tier about this TV. Got modern gaming, even retro gaming, which you might be saying, Steve, it's not a CRT. Believe me, I have a lot of cool things planned for the next year. But so it's the next day now. We're in the basement, and I'll show you how Mary fixed or is taking credit for fixing Mortal Kombat 2. Quick backstory. This game was in the It Part 2 movie in 2017, and also in 2015, my Street Fighter and other games were in it. That's another story for another time. During the filming, they moved this game and others like crazy. They banged them around. And Mary and I one day came down here when the weather was a little more stable, because now it's getting into the winter season. And now that I haven't plugged them in forever, I just plugged them in just for shits. And there was the marquee, there was no sound, there was no screen. It was black. And I'm like, what the hell can be wrong with it? Nothing. We left it on. I'm like, leave it. So Mary's just playing around like this, and then presses high punch on player 1, and then was just playing with the buttons and must have pressed start, and I hear the game. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, well, how did you get it working? And she goes, I don't know, I was just pressing the buttons and pressed start, and it worked. I'm like, well, that's weird. Okay, good news is the PCB is working, and the sound board, which is notorious in these midway games, so for not going that dying out. And I'm like, okay, good news. The PCB seems to be working. Why is there no picture? It must be monitor. So I opened the coin door and we're tinkering with the pods. And when I was under it, Mary's like, I think I see something. And then I see picture. And I'm like, what the hell? We got it working. And I forgot. And I'm like, of course. It's all the chaos with moving. And it's been in storage. Some of my parents, like you've seen in my past videos, and not turned on now for probably 6 years. I remember there was a scene, one of the gaffer or the lighting guys or someone's telling me, Steve, can you turn the CRT down because it's reflecting off something else? Because the way they have it on set is pinpoint. You can't move it because they have to set up the shot and nothing can move to get the exact thing. And I remember he goes, can you turn it down? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I turned down the volume, and I turned down also the monitor to black, or very, very faint. And I guess, it went on black and I couldn't see it. And then, so now that the monitor's working, I'm like, let's turn it off. Then why wasn't it planned to begin with? Of course, I've forgotten again. And I looked at my other top tier videos, and it showed it, so my old videos actually helped. Out of the irony, I helped myself. There's no battery. It died. I took out the battery back when I did part 2 of this, which is the cabinet. If you look at my archives, there's part 1 to 5 in my videos. Part 2 is the cabinet, and then I reviewed it and out. And I remember the PCB didn't have a battery. It died years ago when I bought it. And I'll show you in a second what happens. So that's the backstory. So as you can see, now I have the degaussing one, which I'll show you in a second, and how I'm going to get that plugged in and see if it helps, because this monitor is a bit rough. So as you can tell, it's still looking dark, and I gave up on it. I'm like, the hell with it. As you can see, it's going through the PCB chips, and it's reading them, and then usually when you leave it, it's green. While that goes, and you can see it, I'm going to plug in the degaussing coil. There it is. You see that? If you guys ever have a Mortal Kombat, I think it happens in other Midway games as well. It'll say that using Diprid, the coin is the factory settings. Press any button. Okay, so I guess I never pressed the button. You know why? Because when I turned it on, I was pressing the buttons and it never went through its boot sequence. That's why, because I left it on longer for it to get to the screen. That makes sense. And then, so again, Mary was like, meh, meh, meh. And then boom, there it is, Mortal Kombat. So, the monitor is rough. I knew that. This degaussing coil, if you've never seen or used one, I've been taught anyways to start from the reverse. Start away and then get in and then out again. I guess there's different methods. Now, I'm going to turn it on when I press this button. Kind of makes like a buzzing. So you see how the picture's going, whatever. So what I'm doing is, my understanding is I'm pushing the electrons and spreading them out because they're removed. So I've done this before, and it does help with some. Either it's dumb luck or it worked. It seems a bit better, but the corners are brutal. I moved the rings on the tube years ago. That's it. You see this? It looks like purple. That's wrong. So this monitor is definitely going to need a recap, a rejuve. I'm not ready yet. My goal is to get the games working and then clean them out. Then I can deal with the technicalities as far as rebuilding the monitor. That's going to be later. So Mortal Kombat 2 is now working. Next is Street Fighter 2. Let's show you what I think. I have 2 theories of what's wrong. Let me show you. Okay, so this is my Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. I plugged it in. I have lifted the tray. This is an original HS5 cabinet, which a lot of Street Fighter games and other games came in. So there has a tray, and then it slides in, and then there's 2 little locks that will hold it into place, so it doesn't go all the way down. I've checked the wires. I've tightened and reset the JAMA harness and connector. Nothing, there's no sound. So this is me pressing play or start, sorry. And it should be saying Japan. It doesn't. So a few things I've tried. The picture looks great. Here, if you don't know, is the volume pod. So that's not it. I tried that. Volume pod is not on. Or it's not, that's not the case. So it's not that. I've checked the dip switches through the manual, nothing. I've tightened the connectors. There's no telltale signs of any capacitor leakage or anything. So next step was what I'm going to do, and I came prepared. This is my Gal's Panic 2. It's my test PCB. There's a few like sprite issues, which I don't care. I just want to see if it's actually working. So the process of elimination is now, first I've checked the connectors, nothing. I've done the volume pod, nothing. Step now 3. I know there's others, but this is my step, is let me swap out, because this is JAMA, and this is also a JAMA PCB. I'm going to plug it in and see if I get sound from this, because if I do, then I know it's something to do with, for the most part, the BCB Street Fighter board. So I'll be back. Let me plug in Gal's Panic 2 and see if I get any sound. Okay, so I plugged in the Gal's Panic 2 PCB. I moved the Street Fighter 2 off on my slot machine chair, which works perfectly. It's perfect height. And I'm not getting any sound at the moment. Normally when you coin up, it's a girl being like, oh, like making just like kind of porno noises. But there's nothing. So there's nothing on that. Let me press start. This is, if you guys are curious what game this is, it is a porn type game. I mean, it shows, you know, graphic boobs. But I mean, if you're that sensitive, then, you know, made something you may not want to play in front of kids. But you have to progress the level. I'll never make it. It's kind of like Kicks. You know, the Kicks game? Kind of like that. You see how it moves? Then you have to build a thing around it, and then it reveals part of the puzzle, and then the puzzle is a picture usually of a topless woman. Anyways, I won't get that far. So as you can see, there's no sound. Let's try this pod. Nothing. Huh. Okay. Now, it's not always the fact that it's swapping PCB fixes it, but usually that I can kind of rule that out. So maybe it's not the board, so it could be the actual speakers. This power supply I uncaged. I don't know what the hell I was doing like 10 years ago, but it works, so whatever. I don't know what it can be. I've taken the back off. And here is under. I don't know if there's anything there. Is that in that top left corner here? I don't know. I'm going to look in the back of the cabinet, and I'm going to actually look at one of my old videos to see if there's any connectors, especially in the back, or anything that I can check that is not on. Let's check. Is this connected? Oh, I numbered them. Oh, smart. Okay. Well, that's 12 years ago, Steve. I'd still do it. Who am I kidding? So you know what I'm going to do? Let me check the connectors, because I extensively go through this in my Street Fighter 2 cabinet video of my series of the game. I'm going to look down because there's like connectors there, ground. Maybe it's a ground issue. I don't know. I'm going to look at my videos and see if there's anything that I find that I can tell. If not, I don't know where we're going to go. I'll be back. So I went to watch my video and see if there's any connector I missed or any whatever, because when I was playing with the wires, I see that one of these weren't plugged in. Like, this is empty. And I'm like, that's weird, because I did number them. I think that's D or O or 0. And I was looking in the cabinet like I just did now, and I saw a little thing, because this was a pretty clean cabinet. I found this at the bottom. And I'm thinking, wait, what the hell is this? And I'm like, wait a minute, it's the same. Well, oh man, I don't know if that's the same letter. And is it keyed? Does it only go in one way? I think that, I don't know if this is that. Oh man, I don't want to blow anything, man. Does that only go in one way? I think so. If this only goes in one way, I think we're okay. Yeah. Yeah, it only goes in this way because it's grooved. So that fits like that, yeah, but it's not, it doesn't look the same. This looks like a B, that looks like a D. Shit. Okay, where does that run? That runs all the way here. That runs to here, which is there? Oh, fuck, oh, man. Okay, well, I'm going to plug it in because in my video, everything was plugged in, and that's the only thing. It has to be it, right? It's the only thing that's not plugged in. So thank God for my videos. Man, I was watching them and laughing. Oh man, if I can tell myself 11 years ago. Anyways, let's try. Oh God, let's try. So what would this do? Is this like a ground loop? Does it like complete a circuit? The good news is it only keys in one way. The second good news is, let's lose logic. It's the only thing not plugged in, unless it's an open circuit for something else. Shit, I don't know. Those letters don't kind of look the same. From now on, I'm going to number them. Looks like a D and B. Or just went out. I don't know. I'm going to plug it in. Let's see what happens. Either it blows the board, it does nothing. So I might be out a couple $100 on a board. Life of owning an arcade. Okay, I plugged it in. That we're doing this live. Okay, marquee on, good news. Oh. L2 error. Okay, that's the RAM error. We already know because you can see it on the screen. No sound. Oh. I hear. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, here we go. Let me coin up. Did it do it? What the hell?
Come on.
Yes! That's what it was! I mean, I know if you're watching...
Come on.
Yes, that's what it was. Oh, so that's what it was. This fell out either during... Because I haven't played this for forever. I don't know why that would be unplugged. Who cares? That's it. So, okay, if you guys ever have the game, that must have been the same letter. I just did it terribly hard to read there. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm doing this live, so you're going to hear me breathing for a sec. I think I got it. Okay, wait. Let's play it. If it did, we got it. So that was it? Let's press start. Oh, perfect.
Could you devour every square inch of my body?
Oh, yes. That's funny. This game sucks. Okay, it doesn't matter. So I've just screwed back the PCB. All these tape is going to be professionally done when I go in and out of the machines. Later when I get everything working, and then come back and clean them up and really make them a little more professional looking. So what you do is you just take this down. If you're, again, new to this cabinet, and there's a little lock you got to reach in to unlock those grooves I showed you at the beginning. There it is. Careful there, it might snag, and then it just slides in. And then it's locked. Okay, let's reach under. I'm only going to do the 2 for now. There's 3. There's left, right, and middle hooks, or clamps, or whatever they're called. Okay. Well, let's see if it works. I'll leave that on because it's not working yet. Come on, let's go for 2 for 2. And then I'll put the back on. I'll put the back on and I'll screw it back. I'll take you. Okay. Well, so far there's picture. Okay, come on. Oh no. Oh wait. Do I have? Oh yes. Oh, that's way too loud though. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna have to turn that down next. I'm gonna pull out Double Dragon. I haven't pulled this out since Doug and I moved it. And I have the a power supply I had years ago. Let's hope it works, and we're gonna replace it. Let's see if we can go for 3 for 3. So now that Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition is now working with sound, that's off the list. So I've taken off the broken sticker. Mortal Kombat 2 is working, but we know the monitor is kind of shitty. I mean, the truth is I'd love all the monitors to be done. I do want to. Sasha already did the Frogger, so that's no need. But that'd be actually really cool if I do that. So then they'd be done probably until the history that I own this for the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years. Anyways, so that's Double Dragon. I'm going to be plugging this in a second, but before I do so, there is the original Tato cabinet with the slide-out drawer at the bottom here. This is an original Double Dragon cabinet, which is awesome. There's the power supply that I suspect is dead. I'm going to use Gal's Panic 2 again. I'm not going to even bother. I'm going to literally just change the power supply, check the 5 volt, plug in Gal's Panic, see if it works. If it does, we're laughing. And then we can plug in Double Dragon and then run that. And that is the third out of 3 off the list. So I've zoomed in on the power supply. So switching power supply for an arcade machine. And I bought a replacement years ago. I can't remember where I bought it. I remember it was for my Street Fighter 3 build. I bought an extra one, and then I used this one in the Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet on set because the game ended up frying, and I fixed it on set, which thank God. Whew, that was, man, what a day. Anyways, so the way it works is you see now on the left it's focused, and there's 8 different ACE connectors that you can slide in. So I'm going to just do that. I've done around 60 of these before and all successful. This one, they're just labeled in different order. So you see AC, AC, alternate current. That will go here. So I'm going to just copy, unscrew one at a time. Boom, boom, field ground there. Now this one, the +5 is high. So I'm going to just move this one here instead of that one there because I'm sure that'd blow something up. So you just follow exactly where everything is. Ground and ground, 2, ground and ground, and then -5, -5. Okay, so I plugged in Double Dragon. I've swapped all the connectors on the power supply very carefully, and it went neat, nice, neat, and tidy. Next is to check the power supply. It should be sending out the signals of the desired labeled connections, +12, -5, yada, yada. We're looking at -5. I have the power supply, the multimeter on, and it's on VDC. It's on 20 because we're looking for 5. It's a lower denomination. So normally you would just do black goes on ground, as so, and then you touch the voltage. That's +12. Oh, maybe it's already set up. We're just a little over. That's -5. 471. It's a little low. What about then the +5? It is. Huh. Interesting. Because it's already high. You know what? That seems a bit low for the -5. I don't know why. Let me try to plug in Gal's Panic if I get reliability, because every other voltage shows it's a little over except the -5. Interesting. Okay. Well, let me plug in Gal's Panic and see what's up, because normally I would turn this knob right here to the right and it would increase the voltage. My concern is, well, let's do it now. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Mind you, it's not like this is the best power supply anyways. Who knows where I got this? Anyways, negative, so it says ground. And to this, that's higher. Yeah, that's close. Well, then what's 12? 12 goes to over. Okay, well, let's try that. I don't want. Interesting. The power's on. Gal's Panic is plugged in. Well, those are 12 volt because that's what the lights are, if I'm not mistaken. But there's no monitor. Why? Oh, wait. Doesn't Double Dragon have an inner lock switch? Okay, so good news. I had to, yes, by the way, if you've never seen the back of one of these original Tatos, if you're finding it's not working, don't panic. It was on, but there's an interlock switch. And even though it was on, I turned it on and off. And then the vertical hold, when I plugged it in, I wasn't getting anything. The connector is not good. Like, I had to play with it a bit. And then finally I got it working, so like it can't really be touched. And then the only thing is, see, it's resetting. Now, I remember the last time I played Double Dragon that it reset like after a certain amount of time. But the picture looks great. It coins up. So I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait and time it to see if I can create a pattern on when it goes down. Because, yeah, I don't know why it's doing that and why it's something, it has to do with the voltages, or maybe, you know, maybe there's not ground or something's not connected, or a pin. I don't know. So I put Double Dragon back with the cabinet anyways. Just FYI, the original has also another interlock switch in there. So it's easy to turn it on and off when you're testing things here. It's brilliant. Bit of a dilemma. Double Dragon works, but there's a big hum coming out of the speakers. I've cleaned the edge connector. Did I clean too much? And I wiped away the brass. It's not it. This is Gal's Panic. I'm thinking maybe. So I plug in Gal's Panic, JAMA, turn it on, works amazing. Doesn't reset, nothing. Picture looks great, sound is great. I have another PCB, Demon's Crest, that my buddy Charles gave me from Portland. That works great. So I'm like, okay, the PCB's screwed. So then I'm like, I have, now forget about the scrolling, I know what that is. Then I'm like, let me plug it into then the Street Fighter, which is JAMA, because then if it's the PCB, then it would hum. There's no humming. And then I'll even coin up. It's loud. There's no humming. So it works. And then if you press start, and then so it works. There's no humming, there's no nothing. And then the pod is here. Nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. How can it work in this cab with no buzzing? These work in this cab with no buzzing, but I put the PCB in the original one and it's buzzing. Why? Why does it do that? Let me show you live. I've messaged in the meantime a few arcade buddies and asking if it's something small. I mean, I've been reading online as far as like a 60 ohms interference or something. But why would it interfere when everyone else is working? Now, again, I did slightly like polish them. Maybe I thought I did too much. Is it possible? Oh, and I checked the power, the 5 volt, like I've checked the power supply. So I don't know why it's buzzing. So this is Double Dragon plugged in. It works. Here's me turning, listen. Oh shit, there's no power. I'm gonna show you this live. I mean, it works and I can put it back, and I just don't know what the issue is. Watch this. That's right, let me put you down. Oop. Why is it buzzing? Hear the buzz? So it works, but let me watch. Why? That's not going to do anything. Why? Why are you buzzing? I've turned the power supply down. It doesn't make any sense. Is something to do with this like filter board? So I was just about to give up and call it a day, and going back and forth, and I just said to myself, well, Steve, just try everything just in case. So what I did is I'm like, you know what, let me put back the old power supply, tighten everything up, make sure it's 5 volt. It is. It's actually outputting 5.12, like 5.12. And it works! Watch this! So, it turns out these... One sec here. These made in China knockoff power supply are shit. So look, I've plugged it in. That's Double Dragon. No hum. Listen. Nothing. It was the power supply, so I've learned something. Well, mind you, I knew that voltages are important, but it seems that Double Dragon is very finicky, and if you don't give it over 5, because if it's 5 at the terminals, remember you still need load. So I've cranked it to 5.12 is where it is. I tried Gal's Panic and the Demon's Crest, they worked, and I pumped Double Dragon and it works. So this Double Dragon, I guess the Technos board was very sensitive, and this piece of shit, fuck you, cost me I wouldn't say that long, maybe 2 hours of scratching my head and Mary saying the hell that I'm going to the gym. I'm supposed to go with her, but it doesn't matter because I fixed it. So good to know. What I might do is, now that this is technically extra and the new games aren't as reliant on the exact voltage, I'm gonna, for fun, I'm gonna actually try it on the Third Strike, because if I'm not mistaken, this is only missing a power supply. And if that's the case, and I can get third, even though I have to redo this cabinet because I screwed it up, we're in luck. So good news, everything works. Sorry to drag the video on me going back and forth, but if you guys ever want to learn something, wait, let me take that out of order off. I don't want to jinx it, but this can go here for now. Okay. Here, let me show you what it looks like. So I've just turned all the games on and the TV, and what do you think? Looks awesome. TV was mounted beautifully. Double Dragon now is working. I turned the track mode off because it was because it was getting annoying. Frogger Miss Pack working good. Mortal Kombat 2 working. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition working. So it looks really good. You know, it turns out when I turn these pins behind me on to get the other games, you won't even need the lights on. There's going to be so much arcade glow, it won't be needed. But wow, am I really excited. So far it's working as great as it should. Upstairs, the bigger TV and the new TV was installed. So grateful to have everything up and running. Everything's organized. Next is going to be taking Mortal Kombat 1 on. Killing Instinct 1 and 2. I actually plugged 2 in by accident. It started bonging. I'm like, no. So I unplugged that. And that's it. Hopefully get those 3 in the next video. And then on to Third Strike and Super Sprint. Getting Robo War working. And everything will be working after that. So next video is going to be a big one. And is this okay? Is it even on? Oh, it is. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for taking this journey and ride with me. I can't wait to get more games working and finally organize the arcade in a better manner. Get a couch and a sitting area and actually have people over to enjoy. I can't wait. A lot of friends have been asking, and I'm almost there. I'm getting there. Thank you again for checking out Top Tier. Take care.